We're at the 2015 ACA Summit with Matt Polka. Matt, we're just starting. You just came out of a meeting. What do we have to look forward to at this summit?
Well, I think this is going to be another great opportunity for independent operators to come to Washington and tell their story. This is our 22nd year. We keep coming back to the Hill. We have a unique perspective, and that's our job to tell Congress. Obviously, there's a lot going on in Washington with the net neutrality rulemaking, the Title II rulemaking that the FCC implemented last week. We have Congress considering a Communications Act update. We have lots of other programming issues, retransmission consent reform, a lot that our members want to bring from their unique perspective to go and talk to their congressmen and senators. So once again, we're looking forward to telling the Hill our story.
Well, and this is yet another record-breaking attendance, right?
It sure is, and I'm just so thankful to our membership and to the vendor community and our friends here in D.C. that continue to come out and support our event. As a smaller organization, it's hard year after year, but I think our members and our friends have recognized the value of what we collectively provide our member companies in their service. It's a valuable and essential part of our internet broadband ecosystem and environment, where customers and small markets matter, and I think that's a reflection of those people that come here to support our efforts.
Yeah, I was just speaking to Susan Daniel. They have 5 employees, and 2 of those are the owners, right? So it's a big sacrifice for them to come out to events like this.
It's a big sacrifice for sure. It underscores the importance of what we try to do in telling our story, and there's no better way to do it than our members themselves connecting with their members of Congress to tell them uniquely what's happening. It also underscores why we're here. I mean, ACA in its founding days started because of the disproportionate burdensome impact of regulation on smaller providers compared to larger providers. And that same harm that we came to talk about in 1993 still exists today in 2015 with the net neutrality rulemaking, the Title II rulemaking, and so many other things that have a disproportionate impact. So the message stays the same. The only way to change things is to come and tell your story, and that's what our members are doing.
Well, it's got to be a little bit deja vu all over again, as Yogi Berra would say, right? I mean,
it really is in many ways. I've been in the cable industry long enough to remember those days, what it was like when Congress re-regulated the cable industry in 1992. And this is very similar to that from a broadband perspective, where now we have this incredibly important service that our members are providing in their markets that their customers want, that now the FCC is saying, no, it needs to be regulated, whether through rate regulation someday or not, whether through lots of other imposition of requirements that has a different impact on smaller operators. And it's very reminiscent of what happened back in '93, where we had to fight to undo the regulations that came out of the FCC and Congress and change it. And that's what we're on the course and commitment to do going forward.
Well, and ultimately, it acts almost like a regressive tax in some ways, because a lot of the customers
without question, it's smaller markets where our members' customers need to have a very effective, efficient, terrific service, at the highest speeds that our members are providing. But now, if government regulation causes a lack of deployment or scale back of deployment or lack of investment, what do customers in smaller markets and rural areas have to look forward to? Not more, but it will be less. And that's actually counter to what Washington wants to occur. Ironically, they want to see more broadband in rural markets, and that's what they think these regulations will accomplish. Our experience is that regulations will have just the opposite effect. It will dry up investment. It will stop deployment. It will stop exactly what Washington wants us to do, which is to give our customers more.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing. You've got a great lineup of speakers from the Hill and from the regulatory, from everywhere.
And we're so thankful, too, for members of Congress to come join us, as well as other representatives of the FCC and here in Washington. Again, I think it's a recognition, the fact that our members and what they stand for matter. They have a very effective voice, and they do very well to tell their stories. So we're very pleased to have these folks come and join us, and we look forward to a great summit.
Well, Matt, thank you very much for having me here.
Appreciate it. Nice to be here. Thanks.